as long as he continued to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
And then by the end of the fight, it was clear this was a 58-year-old man, and he looked like a 58-year-old man. And I have a lot of issues with this. I don't think this fight should have ever happened. I think it says a lot of bad things about the combat sports world and sets a really dangerous precedent going forward. We're going to talk about the whole fight clearance approval process and then just physiologically why he looked the way he did. There's a lot of just true anatomy and physiology changes that explain why Tyson looked so bad and play a role in why this type of thing should not happen. So how did this fight even happen or get approved?
Or how do you feel like you get out of that bubble to make somebody a real boxer?
I mean, what he's doing is, kind of cool. If he can continue to steal money and they match him the way they match him, I can't knock his hustle. So if they can match him the way how they've been matching him, more power to him.
Champ, we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
We gotta give Nick, put the camera on PT. Yo, PT, man, we appreciate you. Thanks, P, for making this happen. P and Rilla, we appreciate the money team all the time, man.
Floyd Mayweather criticized Jake Paul following his altercation with Mike Tyson. After the fight, Tyson's age was clearly affecting his performance, as the 27-year-old surpassed the 58-year-old veteran over the course of 8 rounds. In his critique of the bout, Floyd Mayweather said that Jake Paul had stolen money by taking advantage of fights with less experienced or tough opponents.
So, I'm proud of him. I'm not really upset. Even like, it was so crazy. I remember just a while back, his brother was like, "Oh, I didn't get paid. It was just like I said before. He just want to keep his name out there. You know, as long as he attached his name to mine, he gonna keep my name out there. Remember what he said? He said, "Oh, Mayweather ain't gonna. He didn't pay me. Didn't pay me. Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit?" So it's a bunch of bullshit. But like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both.
Jake Paul secured a unanimous decision victory in his recent bout against Mike Tyson, but the fight drew criticism for its lackluster excitement. Fans and analysts were underwhelmed, with one Twitter user, E, expressing disappointment. * one of the more depressing fights I have seen. I expected nothing much, and it delivered less. Jake also didn't look impressive. He could not knock down a 60-year-old with no knees. * This sentiment reflected a broader dissatisfaction with Paul's tendency to face significantly older opponents. While Tyson's resilience was commendable, his age and physical limitations raised questions about the competitive integrity of such matchups. Despite this, Paul remained confident in his performance. Post-fight, he highlighted his dominance, stating "I didn't get punched or hurt," emphasizing his control throughout the event. Known for his showmanship, Paul touted the fight as a groundbreaking spectacle, branding it *the biggest fight out of Las Vegas. He also celebrated its wide accessibility, streamed on Netflix, marking a milestone for boxing's digital evolution. Financially, Paul declared the fight a success, claiming it generated $1.8 million in revenue, which he described as *the biggest historical fight. Nonetheless, the event left many questioning its competitive value.
Big as the what?
And
why was
bigger.
Mike wearing assless chaps though? Did
that moment go viral with his cheeks out?
I don't know. It made my stomach hurt.
I was seeing
Why
it
did he
while
have
I was
underwear
ringside.
on?
He had a G-string on, is what he had.
Almost.
I thought he was completely butt naked.
Nah, he looked like a stripper.
But yeah, biggest live gate, 18.1 millions in U.S. boxing history outside of Las Vegas. A phenomenal night. I'm sorry I didn't knock him out though, guys.
Shut the fuck up. It was crazy when we talked about this. I told him you were gonna say some dumb shit. You did the right thing at the end. You bowed. You kept it classy. You was wobbled. You did your thing. You didn't get greedy.
Although this statement demonstrated Jake's skill at marketing, it drew criticism since many saw it as putting money above physical competitiveness. The concerns of purists who uphold the integrity of boxing as a sport were eclipsed by his emphasis on money and platform presence.
Yeah, after I seen him a little bit tired, I didn't want to put too much hurt on him, but I wanted the fans to get a good experience. But there was a point where all of my aggression and like super violence and like I'm gonna knock this guy out and show him, it went away when I wasn't getting hit much at all, and I don't know. I just
punches wasn't doing it.
I love Mike.
Walk us through the whole thing, from the walkout to the fight to the post interview. Walk us through the whole fight from your point of view.
Yeah, this fight was just different. I feel like mentally locked in, like a lot less nerves than normal. I'm just getting so used to these moments. And honestly, fighting in a stadium, there was less nerve. It's less personal.
Yes.
And it's less loud.
Many fans were disappointed with the fight's conclusion, which was sharply critiqued by combat sports journalist Ariel Helwani. According to him, the only outcome that would have made everyone pleased was when Mike defeated Jake Paul. The general opinion that Jake's triumph against a 58-year-old opponent lacked was mirrored in this comment. Those who believed the battle was an unfair mismatch intended to favor Jake found resonance in journalist Ariel Helwani's remarks. Jake's boxing career has always been questioned by some, who claim that he meticulously selects opponents to keep his perfect record. Fans were expecting for an upset from Tyson to challenge Jake's narrative of dominance, and this bout in particular represented their frustrations.
Oh, he sucks, or oh, he carried him, and more on that in a moment. The only result that I think people truly would have been happy with is a Mike Tyson knockout of Jake Paul. I think that's the only one that would have sufficed, and that wasn't happening. There was never really any doubt. He landed a couple punches early on, but there was never really a question as to whether or not that would happen. I think Jake carried him. I think Jake didn't want to knock him out. I'm not sure if he could have, but he definitely took his foot off the gas last couple rounds for sure. And ultimately, I'm okay with that. I predicted a Jake Paul decision. I thought it would be a little bit more competitive to get to the decision.
KSI, a longtime rival of Jake Paul, added fuel to the controversy surrounding Paul's fight against 58-year-old Mike Tyson. In a now viral screenshot shared by *KSI News*, the influencer turned boxer expressed disdain, writing *KSI goes off on Jake Paul after he beat 58-year-old Mike Tyson. *KSI's criticism reflected broader dissatisfaction with Jake's choice of opponent, which many felt undermined the fight's authenticity. This reaction reignited their rivalry, sparking debates among fans about whether KSI's critique was valid or simply another jab in their ongoing feud. Amid the uproar, boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya offered a contrasting perspective. He described Tyson as the dangerous live dog in this fight, emphasizing the former champion's unpredictability, even at his advanced age. De la Hoya's remarks highlighted Tyson's enduring respect within the boxing world, acknowledging his potential as a threat despite his physical decline. This perspective stood in stark contrast to those who dismissed the match as one-sided. While critics derided the fight for lacking competitive integrity, De La Hoya reminded fans of Tyson's legacy and his ability to surprise in the ring. His comments added nuance to the conversation, showcasing the complexities of a matchup that blended spectacle, nostalgia, and ongoing rivalries in boxing's modern landscape.
Everything turns out great when he fights Tyson. Who knows what happens there, because Tyson is a very, very dangerous live dog in this fight. But if Usyk decides and wins and decides to come back down to cruiserweight, then the Zurdo fight is right there for him.
Devin Farmer's team believe that they won a very close fight. How did you score that, Oscar?
I had it 1 point up for William. He had the relentless style. He kept throwing punches.
Fight Just Media captured the disappointment felt by many following Jake Paul's fight against 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Sharing a photo of Paul with the referee raising his hand in victory, the outlet wrote, Jake Paul beats a 58-year-old Mike Tyson by unanimous decision. Honestly speaking, sad to watch. Let's all just move on and forget this ever happened. This sentiment echoed widespread criticism that the match was more spectacle than sport. While the scorecards underscored Paul's dominance, detractors argued his victory came at the cost of authenticity. When asked about the fight, boxing legend Bernard Hopkins refrained from delving into an analysis. Instead, he said, I don't prefer to talk on that, adding, Mike is a good Muslim friend of mine. Hopkins' reluctance underscored the sensitivity surrounding Tyson's legacy and the controversy of the matchup. His response highlighted Tyson's personal connections within the boxing community and the enduring respect he commands despite critiques of the bout. The fight sparked broader conversations about the integrity of such events, with some in the boxing world, like Hopkins, opting to sidestep discussions on contests they feel undermine the sport's values. For many, the matchup symbolized the growing tension between entertainment and authenticity in modern boxing.
I'm glad nobody got hurt, and I'm always glad in any fight when nobody gets hurt, but especially Mike. Mike's my, we've known each other for 40 years, and, I love the guy, so I just hope it didn't take away from the sport of boxing and the type of show we had here tonight with like 4 great fights out of the whole card, and we want fight fans to enjoy the fights, not just exhibition.
Jake Paul's post-fight remarks and behavior became the target of widespread online mockery, with many questioning the merit of his confidence following his victory over 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Critics highlighted the lack of competitiveness in the matchup, arguing it was a fight that should never have happened. One notable tweet from Evan Greenfield humorously captured public sentiment, sharing a photo of a person holding a trophy with the caption, *Jake Paul after he beat a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, who had an ulcer flare-up on a plane 2 months ago by decision. The tweet underscored the perceived absurdity of celebrating a win against an older, physically disadvantaged opponent. Medical professional Dr. Bryant added a serious perspective to the debate, strongly criticizing the fight and questioning why it had been sanctioned. He expressed concerns about Tyson's physical condition, noting visible signs of aging and its impact on his ability to compete safely. Dr. Bryant's critique resonated with those who saw the fight as both a mismatch and a potential health hazard for Tyson. The discussion extended beyond boxing, sparking broader concerns about the ethics of putting aging athletes in such positions. It highlighted the need for greater scrutiny in ensuring the safety and well-being of fighters, particularly in spectacle-driven matchups. Interview clip. Adding to the disappointment, Twitter user Jay offered a sarcastic critique of the fight, tweeting, *I think I got the wrong link for the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. The remark reflected the frustration of fans who felt the bout fell far short of its pre-event hype. The sarcastic tone highlighted the gap between expectations and the reality of what transpired in the ring. While Tyson's performance was valiant, it lacked the legendary prowess fans hoped to see. MMA legend Daniel Cormier provided a more measured take, acknowledging the optimism surrounding Tyson's chances, fueled by his impressive training videos before the fight. However, Cormier pointed out the significant difference between training footage and competing in the ring, particularly against a younger opponent. The fight's outcome left many questioning the balance between entertainment and competition, as the mismatch dampened the legacy Tyson's fans had come to revere.